Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Ace Weather Forecast back with a weather update. So yes, it's gonna be a triple upload today, and I was thinking about doing it anyways. So like I said earlier in my other video, I am gonna have an update on the severe weather for the storms in parts of the plains, Midwest, and parts of the western part of the country up there in the Montana area. So guys, we do have a lot of new updates. So if you guys want to know all those, that was all coming writing up. And also, if you guys want to know the timing of these storms, how bad these storms will be, and if you need to evacuate or anything, that'll all be coming right up. Alright guys, so what we're going to be looking at first is the National Weather Service. So as you can tell, we do have a lot more different things than we did see this morning. So we're just going to move this a little bit. So we're going to be taking a look here at the Midwest first. So we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings for the some counties up there in the southwestern part of Wisconsin. We do have special weather statements out there stretching from the Wisconsin area all the way to the Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri border there. And then we do have severe thunderstorm watches in effect for the southern and central part of Wisconsin up there, and also for the eastern part of Iowa and northern part of Illinois. We also do have another area up here. We do have severe thunderstorm watches up there for upstate Montana. Same thing, but for the northeastern part, we do have flood watches, and we do have flood watches for the Minnesota and Wisconsin border and for the Missouri area. The new things we do have here is severe thunderstorm warnings for the Kansas City area, Topeka, Kansas area. So we do have that for the northeastern part of Kansas and the western part of Missouri, and then we do have some more up there for southeastern part of South Dakota and northwestern part of Iowa, and then we do have a little area up there for northern part of Nebraska. So those are the active alerts, and now we're going to be taking a look at day one. It has, we don't want to look at that. So it has changed a little bit though. The enhanced risk has gone a bit smaller up here for the Midwest, but nothing else that has changed here. We're not that or the marginal risk for the Mississippi area has shrunken. So guys, so for the marginal, we do have a population of about, if you round it up, 23 million people, all stretching from Detroit all the way to Des Moines, including the Minneapolis St. Paul area, all the way to the Idaho, near the Idaho Falls area, just a bit more north of that, stretching from the upper plain to the western part of the country. So also what we need to be looking at is the slight chance now. So that's going to be covering a lot of ground, but in separate little areas. So we're going to have it up here for the Midwest. And for the, if you want to say upper plains or the western part of the country, there, either one of those. So it does go up to about 13 million people. Chicago, Milwaukee, Aurora, Rockford, and Naperville are all those areas in the slight chance here for the Midwest, and we're also going to have Green Bay there too. And then we're going to have some other areas up there for that, some small little towns up here in the Montana, North Dakota area, some small little towns there. And then we're going to be looking at the enhanced risk for these areas. So we do have a population of about 1 million people. I believe it's gotten a little bit bigger, the population. I don't remember what it was last time, but Madison, Great Falls, Montana, Helena, Montana, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and Fitchburg, Wisconsin are all those areas in enhanced. So if we look at the tornado risk, has not changed a lot. We have not had more than a 5% chance up there for some areas up there in upstate Montana. We have Great Falls, Montana, Helena, Montana, Harvey, Haver, Montana, and Lewiston, Montana. Those are the only areas that have the highest for today. And then the wind threat has gone up a little bit. It's gone up a little bit for some areas up here in the Wisconsin area. Madison, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, Rapids, Middletown, Wisconsin, and Beaver Dam, Wisconsin are all in the 30% chance for some damaging winds. And then for the 15% chance here, it's going to be including the Chicago, Milwaukee area. And then we do have a 30% chance for those areas in the upstate Montana, some small little towns next to the Canada border. Then for the hail, we do have the same thing here, 5% chance, and then a 30% chance up there for the Great Falls and Helena, Montana. It looks like they're going to get one of the worst of it today. And then Chicago and Detroit will have the a 5% chance up there. So now that we looked at today, we're going to be looking at tomorrow. Let me get here. So we're going to be looking at tomorrow very quickly. So tomorrow we do have a slight chance for the Montana and North Dakota area like we have today. So we do have Minot, North Dakota, Williston, North Dakota, Lewiston, Montana, Glenville, Montana, and Sydney, Montana. So we had those more of those northeastern part and northwestern part up there for. Then we do have a 27 million population up there for the Chicago area, for Milwaukee, Madison, Grand Rapids. So we're going to have a marginal there for tomorrow. Not going to be as bad as today. But we do have some more scattered thunderstorms that will move in this area tomorrow. And then we're going to be looking at day 3 now. So that's going to be having a small little area up here. We're going to have a slight chance now for the upper plains. It has moved a bit more east. Now it's up there for North Dakota and Minnesota, and it's leaving Montana and those east or the western part or North Dakota. So we're going to have Grand Forks, Minot, Devil's Lake, and Grafton, North Dakota. All those cities are in North Dakota, and then some smaller little cities up there in northwestern Minnesota. And then again, we have severe thunderstorms will be possible across the North Dakota and Minnesota on Saturday. So that's what it's looking like for day 3. Now I'm going to be looking at the radar very quickly since we've already taken a look at this. But as you can see in the next couple hours, we are going to have some low pressure off this area over here. And that's going to be producing some strong, small little bands though, since it's very far away for these areas for the western part of Montana. And they're going to be continuing to move eastward. And the more they're moving, the more they're getting the strongest. Here you can see they're a lot stronger, and it's going to be the strongest point for north central Montana. So that's where we have that enhanced and slight there. Then that low pressure system does leave off into the Canada area, and then we have another 1,007 millibar there. Next low pressure system there, that's going to bring in some more severe weather towards more. Aiming for the northwest or northeastern part, of Montana. So that's why we have an enhanced risk there for the northern and northeastern part. That's going to be moving in quickly for the North Dakota area where we do have that enhanced risk. And then tomorrow we're just going to have some scattered rain showers. Some could be severe out there. Tomorrow we're not going to have an enhanced risk because look at this. It's not going to be as strong as today. Tomorrow we're just going to have some heavy rain possible there. Not going to be as bad today, of course. And then, so then that's what's looking like there for the Northwest. Now we're going to be looking at the Midwest. So this in the plains. So this is looking like this is going to be the worst of it looking like, based on the radar. That's my highlighter. Don't want to have my highlighter. So we are going to have some very strong storms up there for the central part of Wisconsin, and then for the Michigan area, and then for the Minnesota area. We're going to have some bands currently right now. And then it looks like it's going to be worse later on today. We go more into the overnight hours. We are going to have some strong bands towards the Minnesota and Wisconsin area, and then we're going to have some strong storms there for the Great Lakes. So watch out if you're out there late. This is what's going to be the worst here by very late today. It's going to be very late today, so you guys can there'll be probably a very good chance of having tornadoes with this. So again, guys, we do have the wall cloud formation, but that is it's very easy to see in the radar. It's where the worst of it's in the front part. But as you see here, that's it. The worst of it, most of you guys know the worst of it is usually in the center or the end. But with wall clouds, it looks like a U or a kind of messed up V or U. And then you have the worst of it in the front. So that's what it's obviously really easy to spot. So we're going to have some very strong storms out there. The worst of it's going to be right here, but we're going to be taking a look at right here. It's very scattered storms. We're going to have scattered little bands of scattered little centers part of the storm, and they're going to be affecting the Green Bay area, the Madison, Wisconsin area. They're all going to be heading here, and this is really what we're going to worry about here. It's going to be very, very strong storms possible. It's going to be heading through the Green Bay area, heading towards that Milwaukee area, and for the Michigan area. It's really going to affect the Des Moines area. And the good thing is it's not looking like it's going to hit Chicago. It's just going to be it's going to look like it's going to head towards that Aurora area. But Chicago could most definitely see those clouds. If you look to the west, if you're in Chicago, you look to the west, you really see those dark clouds there. It's going to look like it's going to rain. You might have some drizzle, and then we're going to have some very severe weather up there for the northeastern part of Michigan. You usually don't have that severe weather there. And then we're going to have some more severe weather heading toward the North Dakota area. And then it does weaken, so it's not going to be as strong there. But yeah. And then that should be it. We could have some more severe weather, scatter storms out there for the Chicago area. And then it's like we could have some more storms starting to begin out there for the Iowa area. Last thing we're going to be looking at is, of course, we're going to be looking at the Cape values. And they're very high, very surprisingly very high, especially for some areas. So we do have some mid 5,000s and very high 4,000s out there for the Nebraska area. That's all going to be right here for mostly the plains area to the south. They're going to be going at 11 o'clock tonight. These numbers do not get any better. The worst of it's actually starting to move north, so now it's going to be affecting the Minnesota area and the South Dakota area. So if you look here, we're going to have 5,000 for southwestern Minnesota, and then for the southeastern part of South Dakota, 5,500. Some lower 5,000s, and in Nebraska, we will have some 6,000s surprisingly up there. And then we're going to go to tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have very, very widespread high numbers, guys. So 2 p.m. tomorrow, we will have these very high numbers also in the Kansas City area, 5,100. They're also going to be stretching out there for the Illinois area, south of Des Moines, 5,100. In Nebraska, 5,500, 4,800. And then we're going to have a little band right here with these strong winds out here. And then it's going to be producing a lot of energy in between here. So out here, you're really going to see these high numbers, 4,000, 5,000. And then you just go out of it, you have some 4,400, some lower numbers. So this is we're going to have the worst of it right here. Some very high 4,000 there. And then we go to tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We will have more widespread high numbers. Des Moines, 5,600, 6,400, guys, is what we're going to be seeing here. Omaha, 5,200. Sioux Falls, 5,800, 6,000s. And then we are going to see some more high numbers there. And then let's go all the way to Saturday. And guys, these numbers don't get any better. It's not like they're going to get better in the next couple hours. It's going to be a very long time here. Even going to get very close to Minneapolis, guys, 5,000s. In the Minneapolis or Minnesota area, 5,800. You usually don't see these numbers whatsoever in the Minnesota area, and this is usually more Oklahoma and Kansas and Nebraska type of weather here. But very weird to see this. By 11 o'clock tomorrow night, these numbers still don't get any better. They actually get into the Minneapolis area for 5,500, even more into the Canada border. That's how bad it's going to be. We're going to have some more 5,000s and 6,000s out there. And then we're going to go even to Sunday. We're going to all the way to Sunday, guys. It does not get any better. It does get a bit smaller, but it's very bad. These Milwaukee, 4,500. Madison, 5,400. Minneapolis, 4,600. Guys, it's going to be very bad. And by Sunday at 11 o'clock, it does get a bit better. But it does take time. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this triple upload today. I'm putting a lot of work today for these thumbnails and all these uploads. So yeah, hope you guys are all safe. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get this video up to 15 likes, guys. That'll be amazing. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.